Hello, everybody. Welcome to the masterclass, How to Stay Motivated and Committed, the Role of Emotional Intelligence on Healthy Lifestyles. My name is Kristen Navagliano. I am recording this masterclass, but I'm waiting for a few people to join me here live today. I'm actually filming out of my local library. It is a Sunday afternoon. It's actually September 15th. 2024, and my family at home right now, they are doing laundry, they are cleaning. It's kind of like a typical Sunday chaos. So I am working in a quiet location today, so you don't get to see my home necessarily, but I am here in Telluride, Colorado. I serve clients all over the country, but I'm super, super lucky to call this place home. And today I am stepping away from my home to share some invaluable information to you. Okay, so I see Michelle is here live. Welcome, Michelle. And anyone else that's going to jump in live, what I'm going to recommend for you to do is to put this in speaker view. Okay, so this way I am, like the main focus, right, of the call. Okay, so let me actually fix a couple things. While I'm setting things up, I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you have like a notebook, so you can take lots of notes. Pen, you have a cup of tea or some water, something where you can really focus right here. Also, make sure you're in a quiet space. You're going to be taking notes. This is going to be so valuable to you. Okay, so by the end of today's talk, we'll go over lots of things. And I do have some slides to share with you guys. And it's most important, guys, that you stay until the end of our call today, because this is where I'm going to be sharing extra bonuses. You're not going to hear them. You're not going to be emailed them. It's only going to be for people live on the call, and they're going to be at the end of the presentation. So make sure you stay till the end. We're going to have like a lot of fun today. We're going to have lots of aha moments. And this is going to be a real opportunity for you to understand why you struggle to commit to things and how to finally get over the hump and into massive action consistently. All right. So I want you to comment in the chat here, comment excited. Okay. If you are excited to really make some changes in your life, right? And you're excited to learn today. If you're not live with me today, and anytime I say comment in the chat, I want you to write down on your note sheet. Okay. This way, like if I do end up talking to you at some point in time, then you have your notes in front of you. Okay, I take this process incredibly seriously, and this is why my clients in CMW are so successful. I have coached over 700 men and women within Create My Weight, over 5,000 in the course of my career as a nutritionist, fitness trainer. I'm an emotional eating specialist. I'm going to share a little bit about me here in a moment, but today is really about you. It's really about making these lifetime changes for you to be successful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And for those of you who are just joining me live, this way, if in order for you to focus just on me, make sure you're in Zoom and you're going to put this into speaker view. Okay, that's going to be the best for you. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see my special slides. I love, those of you who know me, I was a teacher for a long time. I have a background in curriculum and instruction, so I love to use visual aids. And like I said, this is a great opportunity to take some notes as well. I've got Debbie on live now. Claudia's coming on. I know it's a Sunday. People are probably just jumping in, so don't mind me. All right. Hey there, Claudia. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and everyone can see my slides, I hope. Okay, awesome. So how to stay committed, right? The role of emotional intelligence in healthy lifestyles. And I want to share something with you guys. I actually did a part of this presentation last year in New York City. This is actually a picture of me in New York City. I was invited to this global thought leaders convention, call it, about the role of mental health in many different industries. Right? And the role of emotional intelligence, okay, in lots of different industries. So we have people from all walks of life and thought leaders in their practices. And I presented part of this about the role of emotional intelligence on the health and weight loss journey. And so we're going to talk about emotional intelligence today, what that means and what it means for your success. Because I have found, after coaching, like I said, over 700 people within CMW and over 5,000 in my career, that people typically know what to eat, they know they should be exercising, and they're not doing it. I want you to comment in the chat right now, that's me, if that sounds like you. Okay, because this is why I'm doing this talk. I'm not going to sit here and teach you nutrition. I do this in my program. I'm not going to teach fitness today. I'm going to teach why you're not doing the things that you know you should be doing and how to overcome that. All right, so moving on. So in the next 60 minutes, we're gonna be done, I'm telling you, by 4 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so we're gonna do this pretty quickly today. Why you struggle to stay committed for more than 7 to 14 days. I specifically put these days, like this duration, because this is the most common thing I hear. And I just finished a challenge, for example. I did a 12-day challenge, and there were some people that were like super into it for 7 days, and then they start to drop, right? Or people that tell me they do a diet plan, maybe 2 to 4 weeks max, and then they start to fall off the wagon. Why does that happen? Okay, I'll talk about what EQ is, emotional intelligence, and why it matters for your success, not just obsessing over nutrition and workout plans. And more importantly, this is why I have you taking notes today, guys. 3 strategies. I'm very strategic, right? 3 strategies to help you stay committed and motivated on your health and weight loss journey starting today. Like I said, Sundays are a great day to reset, realign. And I want you by the end of our talk today to be ready to rock and roll for the week and beyond. And then, like I mentioned, by the end of the call, I'll give some special bonus offers to get more help from me. And they're only for people who are live on the call with me. Okay. And if you're watching the recording, you can still take advantage of some things, but the best prices are going to be here on the live call. Okay, so a little bit about me. I know Claudia is live with me. She knows all about me. She's been a client of mine for a while, and I see some new people live in the call. Michelle knows a little bit about me too. But I am a sports nutritionist. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a lifestyle behavior coach. I'm an emotional eating expert. And of course, I am the founder of Create My Weight. That is my coaching practice. And I mentioned earlier, I've coached over 600 men and women. When this bio was written, it was 600. Now it's over 700. And over 5,000 people in my career between ages, literally 9 to 80 guys. I have worked with all walks of life. Okay. And prior to me building my business, I actually worked for this amazing company. You might have heard of them. It's called the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. They're actually based out of New York City. And I was one of their emotional eating advanced course program developers. And I was also one of their coaches. So coaches that were going to coach people in emotional eating, I helped those coaches. Right. And I coached these people from all over the world. It was super cool. I was also a DC resident for a long period of time. I mentioned I live in Colorado now. I actually live between Florida and Colorado, but I did live in DC for quite some time. I have a lot of client base in the DC area, and I've been known for my fitness in that region. And I currently coach clients one-on-one and now in a group capacity across the country through my online platform. Okay. I am an avid hiker, biker. I love my dogs, and I love to travel and have food freedom. And I'll talk a little bit about food freedom today, which is the ability to eat the foods you love in a way that supports your goals. So if you've learned anything about Create My Weights, which I'm sure you have at this point, we are all about food freedom. If you just like glimpse at my website, glimpse at my Instagram or my Facebook group, like I'm always talking about food freedom. I actually had this like amazing brisket, like sushi last night, you guys. Oh my God, it was so good. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. So I want to learn about you. All right. So we're going to get interactive today. So today is not about me just lecturing you and you just like taking a bunch of notes and then going and doing whatever. I'm going to like have you dig deep. And I mentioned in my preface to this class that this was going to be an opportunity to get coached. Right. And so it differently than I would in a one-on-one session where I'm doing motivational interviewing and questioning and goal setting and all these things. Today, I'm going to actually give you a little quiz. Okay. And you are going to write down your answers in the comment here in the chat, but also on note paper if you're not live with me. Okay. Because this is going to really help you understand like why you're not doing the things you know you should be doing. Okay. Because everyone's here because we want a healthy lifestyle, but we're not totally there yet with consistency. All right. So what I want you guys to do, we need to first learn our readiness level for lasting life changes. Okay. So what you're going to do in the comments here, and then also on your note sheet, I want you to tell me, I want you to comment in the chat with a number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or just write down on your note sheet here, guys, write the whole statement out. Which statement sounds like you? I'm going to read them out loud because I want to emphasize like some really important things here. So number 1, I think about making life changes a few times a week, but don't do much or anything about them. So it's like, yeah, like my doctor told me I should do something, or my family's noticed something, or I feel different, but like I'm not doing much. I'm just not there yet, right? Number two, I think about making life changes and I do research about what to do. Maybe like I read some articles, or I watch YouTube or social media videos, or I listen to podcasts, right? Or maybe I'm talking to some friends and family about like what they're doing. Maybe I'm doing some Google searches. Like, what flowers should I avoid? What supplements should I be taking? How much exercise do I really need? What's the deal with sleep, right? What about perimenopause or, premenopause, all these things? Like, you're doing research, okay? You're in that phase. Number three, I have researched what changes to make and started making some changes, but I fall off the wagon at least 1 to 2 times a week. Meaning like you're kind of doing things, but not always. All right. And then number four, I have a plan. So like I have a lifestyle change plan or a diet plan or a fitness plan, whatever it is that works for me. And I can commit to it for 7 to 14 days, but it's not working like it used to, or I'm just like not really consistent. I want you to comment in the chat right now, everyone on the live, what number sounds like you? And there is no right or wrong number. This is not like a quiz of accuracy. This is a quiz to dig deeper into who you are and what is your readiness level for change. That's what this is about. Because we're going to have like so many aha moments today. All right. So Claudia is a 3, 3 and 4 for Debbie. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm going to keep going. All right. Next round of statements. Which one sounds like you? Same thing again. Type in the comments here or write in your notebook. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I haven't tried any diet or exercise plan yet, although I've thought about it. I hear this a lot, actually. I haven't tried any diet or plan yet, but I've done some research and I've talked to some friends or family or coworkers about what they do. I have tried several diet and exercise plans, but never really committed long-term, right? Maybe 7 to 14 days. I have done several diet and exercise plans consistently, but my results were short-lived because the plan was unsustainable. I will add something else to this statement. It was either unsustainable or it just like really didn't align with your life. Like maybe you did this plan once where someone gave you like a written meal plan or they told you to count calories and you had like 1,600 calories or whatever number it is. You had a fitness plan, but like you travel for work or you just have kids and schedules and it just wasn't really aligned with your life. You eat out, right? And it's just like not really who you are. Comment in the chat which number sounds like you. 1, 2, 3, or 4, or you can have multiple. And if you're not live with me, write them down. This is incredibly important. Trust me. This is like the pre-quiz, right? For the rest of today's talk. All right, Debbie is a 3. Claudia is a 3. Michelle, I want to hear from you. Where are you? Okay, right. Information doesn't lead to transformation without accountability and support. All right, here we go. Last round of statements, I promise you. And then I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Number 1, which one sounds like you? I know I should make lifestyle changes, but my motivation to do so is very low. Number 2, I have dabbled in making lifestyle changes, but still not sure if I'm making the right changes, right? Like, okay, so I'm doing this new diet, but like, I'm not sure if this is right for me. Like I actually went plant-based and I see some people losing weight, but like, I don't know if this is like really going to work for me. Or like some of my friends are doing these workouts and they love them, but like, is this what I want to do? Is this going to work for me? That's a number 2. Number 3, I've made some lifestyle changes, but life gets in the way a lot and I don't do them consistently. And notice the phrase, life gets in the way. Number 4, I've made lifestyle changes and I like doing them, but I want to do more and I know I can't. I just need to fine tune my plan so it works better for me. Which number are you? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or it can be multiple. Go ahead and write that down in the comments if you're live with me. Sorry, in the chat. Sorry, we're on Zoom, not Facebook. If you are not live with me, write it in your notebook. Okay, let's see. This is our last round here. 1 and 3. Oh, interesting, Claudia and Debbie. 1 and 3 for both of you guys. Awesome. Great self-awareness, which I'm going to talk about here soon. And I'm actually writing this down too. Good. Okay. Let's move on. All right. So the reason why I asked you, well, we'll get to that in a second, actually. So what I want to talk about today is, if you've been watching me on Instagram lately or Facebook, I've been talking about the 4 stages of behavior change. And this is really key, guys, to understanding your readiness level. This actually is your readiness level and your ability to be successful, right, on your health and weight loss journey, or just like creating a healthier lifestyle. Okay. And this is like the key. And a lot of you guys know I was an educator for a long time. I still am. But like, this is like human psychology. We use this a lot in educational psychology. So stage 1 of behavior change, we call it pre-contemplation. So you're just starting to think about making changes in your life. So this is not only just like health related, it could be career, it could be relationship. So I always say, guys, like, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So everything I'm teaching you today, we can use for any area of your life. I am not just a health and weight loss coach. I literally will teach you things that will change your life in so many areas. These are things I use in my life with my relationships, my career, my healthy lifestyle, like all the things. Okay, stage 2, we call it contemplation. So you're doing some research on ways to make changes, like you're reading a book, talking to family and friends, listening to podcasts, right? But like, you're still kind of like reading and sifting through things, right? No real action plan yet. Stage 3 is like, you're prepared. You're creating a game plan for your next steps and making changes in your life, right? So maybe you join a gym, you get a trainer, you kind of line yourself up. Maybe you get a meal plan, right? Like, you're starting to put things together. And stage 4 is like the best. This is action. You are consistently doing the things needed to make changes in your life and sticking to your plan. Okay. So like I said before, if you're looking for lifestyle change, it is incredibly important to know your readiness level, which will affect your results. Because the truth is, guys, if we're in stages 1 and 2, it's not that you can't get results, but like, you're going to be very inconsistent and your motivation is going to be like really low, right? I'm just being really honest with you guys. So your readiness level is affected by 3 factors. Okay, I call them the 3 Ds. So the first D is desire, right? So how important is it for you to make changes in your life? What will happen if you don't make these changes? And guys, like, this is the question, because everyone knows, well, if I like eat healthier and I move more, I'm going to lower my A1C if I need to. I'm going to lower my cholesterol, which is if I need to, my blood pressure, like, I'm going to improve my energy. Like, I know all these things are going to happen. Like, we know that there's a lot of good in making healthy lifestyle changes, but people still are not consistent. I know I need to sleep more. I know I need to drink more water. I know I need to like eat better quality foods, but like we just don't always do it because we're not asking the right question. Well, what's going to happen if I don't do this? Okay. For successful life changes, the cost of not changing must exceed the cost of staying the same. You have to, in your mind, believe that this change is everything. It's almost like you being in a really toxic marriage or a really toxic relationship. And guys, I am divorced. I have been in not great relationships in my life, right? But like, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm in an amazing relationship. So I can say this from experience, and I'm sure some of you guys have experienced this, or you've been in a job where you're like, if I stay here, I am literally, it is draining my life. I'm not prioritized. I'm not taking care of myself. And it's so interesting, guys, like people in my coaching, like my clients, like I've had about 20% of my clients change jobs. Isn't that crazy? Because they just realized that like it was no longer serving them and they couldn't prioritize themselves. I was just talking to one of my old clients, Darlene, the other day. And when I was working with her 3 years ago, she was like, she's super high up in her business in Chicago. And she's like, I just left. It was just not serving me. And she got a new job. Amazing. All right. Number 2, determination. How much are you willing to invest time, energy, and money into your life changes? All right. Like if you're in stages 1 or 2, it'll be a low amount. I'll get to this in a minute, right? So pre-contemplation and contemplation is a low amount. And typically your results will suffer or never become a reality, right? But people that are in 3 and 4, right, they're more resourceful and determined to make life changes. And guys, again, this is not just about the health and weight loss journey. This is about all the things. This is about your business. This is about your household and your family. It is really about lots of things. Okay, so for example, like when I was going through my divorce, prior to going into divorce, my ex-husband and I invested in marriage counseling, right? Like that was time, energy, and money. We did it for 8 months. That was not cheap, but like we were committed to making changes if it would save our marriage. And ultimately, we decided to part ways, but like I don't regret it because I learned so much. And many times, guys, people like if you've done other diet plans or other weight loss programs, like I know you, many of you on this call or listening to me right now have probably invested time, energy, and money into other weight loss plans or trainers or dietitians, whatever. And maybe you didn't get the result that you did, that you wanted. However, you might have been in the wrong stage. Comment in the chat, that's me, if that sounds like you. You've invested lots of money, time, and energy into other plans or programs or people even, but it didn't deliver the results you were looking for. And maybe it's because it wasn't a good time in your life. Comment, that's me. Because guys, that was me. Before building my business, I went through all the different diets. I had a terrible relationship with food. I was a severe emotional eater, and it wreaked havoc on my life. And so in turn, I invested thousands and thousands and tons of hours and money and time to really fixing this so I could then help other people do it. And this is why my clients are successful. That may be me. Debbie, that's amazing self-awareness. And I'm going to talk more about that today. So I'm so glad you're here. Okay. And then last D is definition. This is key. All right. And if anyone's ever heard me speak before, Claudia's heard me talk a lot, right? I talk a lot about identity shift on the health and weight loss journey, because losing weight and having a healthy lifestyle is not just about like following a diet and about like, having fitness and all these things. It's a true change in how you view yourself. Do you define yourself as someone capable of making life changes, or do you feel like you're destined to fail? If you identify yourself as a potential failure before you start, we need to fix this like ASAP. Okay, many people stay in stages 1 and 2 because of fear of failure. We're going to define your stage here in a moment, but I'm sure some of you, after reviewing the 4 stages, you might know where you are. People in stages 3 and 4 understand that they may experience challenge and have to make sacrifices, but they are okay with it because their determination level is through the roof, right? So the 3 Ds, make sure you wrote these down, right? Desire, determination, definition. Write them in the chat right now, everyone, so I know you're with me. I want to make sure you're all with me, right? Desire, determination, definition. And if you're on the live right now, this is how you're going to earn the bonus. All right. Write the 3 Ds in the chat. Good. Thank you. Awesome. Desire, determination, and definition. Awesome. All right, moving on. So which one do you think you're in right now? Okay, I want you to write down what you think if you're with me live right now. Are you in stage 1? Are you in stage 2, 3, or 4? If you're live with me right now, comment in the chat which number. Just write the number. I don't need the whole stage. If you're watching the recording, I want you to write it in your notes. Which stage do you think you're in? I want to see. Where do you think you are? Debbie's in 3. Good. Where else? Claudia, Michelle, where are you guys? Claudia, that's a huge aha moment for you. I actually think you're further along than you think you are. But and let me explain something, guys. Like you can and this is probably where Claudia is right now, you're wavering between a couple, or maybe like 1 week you feel like you're in contemplation and 1 week you feel like you're in preparation. And that is actually not a matter of like what stage you're in. It's a matter of the thoughts going through your mind that is affecting your stage, which I'm going to get into next. All right, we're going deep today, my friends. Comment value in the chat here if you feel like you're learning something so far. Comment value if you feel like you are already having a couple of aha moments. You know, maybe you've heard this before, but never this way when it comes to your health and weight loss journey. Okay, because I really want you guys to have these like aha moments today. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Which one are you in now? If you answered mostly number ones from before, you're in stage 1. All right. If you answered mostly number 2s, you're in stage 2, 3, and 4. And the reason why I have these 2 bolded, 1 and 4, is because like this is, I mean, it's funny. I get a lot of people in 3s, and that's what I'm hearing today. But like oftentimes, guys, 1 and 4 seem like the hardest stages, right? So ultimately, the goal, guys, is to be in stage 4 and stay there. That, like in action, we want to stay in action. But a lot of people will say staying there is the hardest part. But that's not necessarily true. For many, stage 1, just like getting started feels hard, right? Getting out of that stage. Okay. But like the reality, guys, is that all these stages can be hard. And what we need to dive deeper right now, real quickly, is what makes these, thank you, Debbie. And Claudia's always tuning in. Good. What we need to definitely clarify, guys, is what makes these stages feel hard. Because when something feels hard, it's when we don't do it. Comment in the chat, procrastinate if you're a procrastinator. You do things last minute. You feel like you're scattered, you're all over the place, you get overwhelmed. Comment in the chat, overwhelmed. Comment in the chat, procrastination. Write on your notes which of those emotions you feel that makes these things hard. Claudia knows how I feel about the word hard. She's maybe like laughing here. I don't like the word hard. Okay, let's move on. All right, so we're gonna do one more thing. I'm more afraid to fail. Ah, there it is. Okay, look at these aha moments, guys. More afraid of failure. There we go. So Claudia, that would still be like stage 3 or 4 for you. So you're farther along than you think. All right. So which thoughts do you have? And Claudia, this will confirm what I'm just talking about. Okay. So which thoughts do you have? Comment in the chat, 1, 2, 3, 4, or write it down on your notes. Because if you're ever going to talk to me again, you need to know where you are. Right. Number 1, I know I need to make changes, but they seem hard. I don't know where to start. Number 2, I know I need to make changes, but there is so much information out there that it overwhelms me, and I just don't have the bandwidth, the time, energy, I call it bandwidth, to figure it out. Number 3, I just have a few changes I have a few changes I want to make and do sometimes, but they just seem hard to stick to and they take up too much time. So this could be exercising, this could be taking walks, this could be cooking a meal, this could be grocery shopping, this could be meal planning, this could be, what else could this be? Going to bed earlier, waking up earlier. Like, how many of us make it a goal to get up earlier and just snooze? That's an example. Number 4, I have made changes and successfully stuck to them for periods of time, but staying in consistent action continues to be my greatest challenge. I fall off track too easily, and getting back on is really hard. Okay, getting back on is really, really hard. Okay. All right. So the key for you, Claudia, is how do we change our thought around those changes, or how do we make those changes not seem so hard? And why are we still using that word hard? Right? It's our language, right? It's our word choice that affects everything else we do. So I'm going to talk more about that here in a moment. Right? But the biggest things, I mean, guys, I hear these all the time, and you can have multiple. Remember, like I wrote, which thoughts do you have? I bet all of these go through your mind at some point, right? But number 4 is probably the one I hear a lot, the most. And Claudia, I was just going to say 4 for you. Yeah. Okay. 3 and 4. All right. So which thought, okay. So anyway, I just said, most of us have these thoughts. All of these thoughts that are things we consider self-sabotage. What I mean by this, guys, is this is when we get in our own way. We cannot blame the diet plan and the fitness plan unless it's unsustainable. That's a whole different story. I am not talking about unsustainable plans today. All I care about is sustainability, right? So this is, let's say you have a sustainable plan and you're not following through with it, right? Type 1 in the chat if you know you self-sabotage, you have these thoughts a lot, and type a 2 in the chat if you want to stop doing it. So you can write 1 and 2, you can write just 1, right? Wherever you are is perfect. There is no right or wrong answer today. My number 1 goal today is to help create awareness so you can be ready to rock and roll. Okay. Where are we? 1 and 2. 2. All right. Awesome. Debbie is ready to rock. Claudia, you too. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go on to the meat and potatoes of the presentation. If you don't eat meat, then maybe like veggies and potatoes. No, I'm kidding. I was plant-based for a very long time. Never sure I'm self-sabotaging until after the fact. Yeah. So Debbie, what we're going to work on or talk more about is like how to recognize it. So we'll talk about self-awareness today. All right. So now I'm going to get into my favorite part, emotional intelligence, EQ. This is like what I presented in New York last summer and was like very well received. Okay. So I want to talk about what EQ is and why it matters, because it is key for both personal and professional success. Right? I always say how we do one thing is how we do everything. So I truly believe in the power of coaching for all walks of, for all areas of your life. I am not just a health and weight loss coach. There are a zillion people who just do that. Right? I do it all because this has been, incredibly impactful in my own life. So emotional intelligence, guys, is defined by 4 pillars, I call them, or the 4 attributes. So the first 2 are the ones I'm going to focus on today, especially as they relate to the health and weight loss journey: self-management and self-awareness. All right. So self-management is we're able to control impulsive feelings and behaviors, manage our emotions in healthy ways, take initiative, follow through on commitment, and adapt to changing circumstances. So guys, this is this is where you want to be. We all need to master self-management. It is until you master this where everything else and sticking to a healthy lifestyle will be more challenging. It will feel hard. But to get to self-management, right? This is the top of the totem pole. The bottom 3 are things that we work on to then have self-management. Okay, so look at this as like the top of the funnel to the bottom. Okay, and we work up. So then we have self-awareness. So this is what I was talking to Debbie about, right? We recognize our emotions and how they affect our thoughts and behavior. We know our strengths and weaknesses and have self-confidence. All right. And so some people watching this right now, you might be like, well, I do recognize my emotions and how they affect my thoughts. And I kind of know my strengths and weaknesses, but I don't have self-confidence. What I mean by this statement is like, I'm confident in that I understand myself. So I have this new client, her name is Sarah. Okay. And Sarah, she's 26 years old, lives in San Francisco. And she actually just signed up for my Lifestyle Accelerator program. And Sarah is someone who is incredibly self-aware. Like she knows that she's easily triggered, right? Like with work stress, like, she has negative responses to, external circumstances, and it affects her motivation. It affects her ability to, show up for herself, have energy to work out, make time for herself. So she's like, I need to really master my self-management. And that's what my work is all about. And I'll go over that in a little bit. Social awareness and relationship management. This is like, a lot of us tend to have this, like we have empathy, we understand emotions, needs, and concerns of other people. We can pick up on other people's cues. A lot of people, and I want you to comment in the chat if this is you. We are very socially aware. We understand other people. We care about other people. And because of this, we always put other people before ourselves. Comment, that's me. You take care of everyone else, but you're not taking care of you. And the same thing goes for number 4. We really care about our relationships and our work, and we're really good at all the things with other people, be in our relationships and in our teams, but for ourselves, we don't show up for ourselves. Comment if that's you. Like I said, I'm really focusing on self-management and self-awareness today, but I know the last 2 are sometimes, people's strengths, but they don't take care of themselves. Notice that the word self is only in the top 2. Because for many people, it's easy to look outward at other people, but looking inward is a whole nother conversation. And that's really hard, and no one wants to do it. And that's why having someone kind of like make you do it and like be your mirror is key. Okay. Yeah. Good. Awesome. All right. So EQ, how it affects physical health and mental health. Okay, because I always say health first, weight loss second, both with strategy. So excessive stress, all right, caused by not managing emotions properly will lead to serious health problems, right? Like blood pressure, suppressing your immune system, increasing the risk of heart attack, contributes to infertility. You guys, like, my sister, bless her heart, she just had her second baby through IVF. But my sister, oh my gosh, like, she was a ball of stress for a long time. And her doctors kept saying, if you want to get pregnant, like, we have to learn how to better control your stress. And now she's got 2 kids. I'm proud of my sister. All right. The first step to improving emotional intelligence is to learn how to manage stress. Yeah. Mental health, right? Uncontrolled emotions and stress can also impact mental health, making us more vulnerable to anxiety. Comment in the chat anxiety, or write down on your notes anxiety if that's something you struggle with. Right? This can lead to emotional eating, reduce motivation, and impact sleep. So this is why emotional intelligence is so important to master and understand. This is why I did a whole workshop on this. So 2 focus questions. Why is it so difficult to cultivate self-control or self-management? And how can we improve our ability to manage our emotions? How can we do that? Because guys, if you want to be in stage 4, like consistently, I'm not talking about for 2 weeks. I'm talking about 2 months, 2 years, like 2 decades. We have to be able to answer these 2 questions and like do the things. Okay. So this is one of my favorite quotes, guys. Emotional intelligence is the ability to make emotions work for you instead of against you. Right? It's almost like that's that quote about life, that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Same thing. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the like more meat and potatoes. Okay. The role of self-awareness and self-management on the health journey and creating a healthy lifestyle, because we're all about healthy lifestyle. Comment in the chat, just so I'm clear that you're all with me and that you're in the right place. Comment in the chat or write on your notes here, healthy lifestyle. I'm looking for a lifestyle change. Comment in the chat, lifestyle change. That's what you want. You don't want a diet. You don't want a quick fix. You're looking for a lifestyle change. Just so I'm clear that you're in the right place. Right? Lifestyle change. All right. Because if you do, self-awareness and self-management are key. If you do not have both of these things, it will not happen. It's just that simple. All right. So if you're in stages 1 or 2, all right, or maybe you flip-flop back and forth, you have self-awareness, but little to no self-management. Okay. If you're in stages 3 or 4, you have lots of self-awareness and some self-management, but your self-management mastery is key to your success. Oh my God, do I have a spell error here? Oh Lord, you guys, I'm kind of a grammar snob, sorry. That's my self-awareness right there. All right, guys. So this is just, again, breaking down like why we don't do the things we know we should do. Right? Because you know your readiness level, you know what stage you're in a behavior change, and you know now what you do have and what you don't have. So I want everyone to comment in the chat right now what they know based on this data. What do you know you need to improve? Is it self-management, self-awareness, or is it both? Comment in the chat or write in your notes. Yeah. What are we looking for? Self-awareness, self-management, or both? Self-management. Yeah, both. There's Michelle there. Hi, Michelle. All right, moving on. So this is what self-awareness is, right? The ability to identify and understand our emotions and how they affect us, right? So again, if we notice that so here's one that's really like one of the biggest emotions that triggers emotional eating is inadequacy, right? Like you're eating because you're stressed, like you're not going to finish something. You're not like, maybe you feel like a lot of pressure, right? You're not good enough at your job or good enough in your relationship, but you're not good enough in something in your life. And then we turn to food for comfort, right? So I was an emotional eater. I would eat if I was stressed, if I was upset about something. And I always say like the goal of overcoming emotional eating is not to get rid of it 100% of the time, but like be able to get rid of it most of the time. But I was talking about my divorce earlier, you know, this was almost 3 years ago at this point. And it was a mutual decision to divorce, but I went through like a couple of days of a little emotional eating. And again, like I've done a lot of work that I teach to overcome emotional eating. But like I knew it was coming up for me because I was like, ooh, this marriage is over. What's next for me? Am I ever going to have love again? Am I ever going to be able to get married again? Maybe have a family? Like what's my life going to be like without my partner who took care of so many things? How am I going to be on my own? So this inadequacy, me not being good enough or having something in the future, that was showing up for me. Okay. So that was my self-awareness. And then the self-management is how I don't emotionally eat and how I don't fall into these cycles of self-sabotage. Okay. Comment in the chat, end the cycle. If you want to stop the self-sabotage, end the cycle. So Debbie, I know you were saying before, like, I'm not sure if I'm self-sabotaging till after. If you think you are, you probably are because you have that self-awareness. All right. So many people on the health journey are aware of how these negative emotions, stress, fear, overwhelm, inadequacy, and other negative emotions impact their nutrition and fitness habits, but few achieve self-management of these emotions. Right? And I love this last one. We also recognize how a celebratory mindset and other positive emotions affect their food choices. So like, let's take, for example, you know, Friday night, oh my God, I've had like such a long work day. I deserve this pizza and wine. I deserve this. I deserve this ice cream. I deserve this treat that my mom baked for me. I deserve blah, blah, blah. Comment in the chat, that's me, if that sounds like you. Or write on your notes, celebratory mindset. I have that. I deserve this. Right. And those of you who heard me talk, I talk about the two parts of the brain, the diva and the queen, right? The diva, that 6-year-old annoying child, she says things like, I deserve this. The queen's like, if I want it, I'll have it. If I don't need it. That's the difference. We want to be the queen. I teach a lot of that in my coaching. I'm not going to get into that today, but it's super fun. Okay, moving on. So how do we shift our thinking when we are self-aware? All right, so Ms. Claudia's heard this. You might have heard this strategy before. We call this CTFAR. This is one of the foundational mindset strategies I have taught in CMW in the past. I still use it sometimes, but I've moved on to bigger and better things. So, but I love this. So what CTFAR stands for is circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. Write this down. I told you guys you were going to leave here today with at least 3 strategies. This is one of them. Write this down. And as you write this down, I'm going to check on time. All right. I'm going to move as quickly as I can. All right. So here's the deal. Circumstances are things that like life circumstances. Okay. So work, kids, family, relationship, whatever it is. The thoughts are what you're thinking about that situation. Feelings is the emotion that arises. Actions is what happens because of your feelings. And then the results is like the consequence, right? What happens after. So what we say in CTFAR is if we can change our negative thoughts, so all those thoughts I went over earlier, they were all negative. If we can change those negative thoughts, we will go way farther, FAR, on our health and weight loss journey and our healthy lifestyle. Oh, Claudia, all right. A lot of self-awareness. All right, so here is our shift and example. Feel free to write this down. So this is going from the subconscious mind. So this is like what you naturally think deep down. And then over here is the new thought, the conscious thought. So we're actively working to change our thinking. We call this a mindset shift. Okay. Mindset thought shifts create behavior shifts. Right? We want to make behavior changes. We have to make mental shifts, mindset shifts, thought shifts, whatever you want to call it. So the circumstance, let's say you've had a busy work day. Guys, I wrote an email about this yesterday and sent it out. I had a super busy week. All right. And there were many times where I was like, I don't have time to blah, blah, blah. Right. I mean, I always exercise because that's a huge priority for me. To me, fitness is like helping with my mental health, and it helps me like do better things, the harder things in my life. I'm a big advocate of that. So, but a lot of people will say, I don't have time to work or to work out, or I don't have the energy because I have so many things to do. And I'm going to share something here. And some of you who've heard me talk before, you know, I don't like the word busy. One of the greatest pieces of advice I got, I was doing a little bit of like network marketing back when I first started my business. And one of the things someone taught me about like going to networking events is never use the word busy. Like if someone says, hey, how are you? How's work? And you're just like, oh, it's so busy, but life is good. Like busy is a word that means you are unavailable, right? And if you're looking to network and connect with people, don't you want to seem available and connected? Right. So when we keep using this word busy in our mind, right? Busy workday, I'm feeling busy, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm scattered. That's not a good feeling. Do you hear the tone of voice and how quickly I'm speaking? Because this is what's happening in your brain. And then what happens is you don't make the time to exercise, and it's going to affect your results because you're telling yourself you don't have time or energy because you feel busy. Busy is not even a feeling, but like why I put it in the feeling line is because I have found that this word has such a significant impact on your emotions. Comment if that's you. Say, yeah, that's me. I feel busy. It's not even just an adjective. It's a feeling. It's a noun. Yeah. Because guys, like I'm an entrepreneur, I manage properties, like I'm a busy human being, but like I choose this and it's great. It's fine, right? Because I can handle it. I have the bandwidth and I do a lot of the mental piece, so I can. All right. So this is because this is how I used to feel. And this is where I want you to be. This is someone who's like in stage 2, maybe 3, sometimes 4, but like on the lower end of 4. This is like how we go 4 and beyond on the right. Right. So busy workday, but I tell myself I can find 15 minutes to move. If you're in my Facebook group, I did this the other day. I shared something my client Vanessa uses, and she's a super busy woman, has a family, works full-time, travels. She tells herself, if I can do 10 minutes, I can do 30 minutes. If I can do 10, I can do 30. So I actually wrote on the slide here, if I can find 15 minutes to move, right? Is like you can find that little bit of time. It makes you feel more empowered. Like, yeah, I got this. More in control, more hopeful versus like, I'm just busy. I can't do it. I'm just shutting everything down. Right. And then like what happens when you open up when you change your thinking to find the time, you create options for yourself that provide freedom versus like, I have to only work out. It's 30 minutes or more. Otherwise it's not enough. No, just do 10, do 15. Guys, sometimes I want to go for a 30-minute walk and I don't have the time. Like I literally have a meeting coming up, so I'll go for 10. I'm not a failure. It's still worth it. It's always worth it. Comment in the chat worth it if doing 15 minutes is better than nothing. Right? All right. Questions to shift thinking and improve self-awareness. I'm actually going to skip over this, guys. I want to get to like the more strategies for you. All right. But self-management real quickly. The ability to manage emotions in a way that allows us to accomplish a task, reach a goal, or provide a benefit. All right, includes the quality of self-control, right? So self-management equals self-control. How many of us feel like we struggle with self-control when you go to a restaurant, or you go to a party, or you go on vacation, or you are in a social situation and everyone else is eating something and you just feel like you have to do it too. And you have like your self-control goes out the window. It could be with food, it could be with alcohol, it could be with whatever. Comment, that's me. Right? Self-control is self-management. Okay, I'm going to move a little more quickly here, guys, just because I want to make sure I end on time. All right, more strategies, right? So I gave you one. I promised you at least 3 today. So I love this first one. It's called the trailer or a 5-minute rule. So in CMW, we talk about not just identity shifts, but also about creating and living as this future self. So the first 2 strategies here are about thinking like that future self. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm trying to think of an example. So last night, I went out to dinner with my boyfriend. We had a date night and we went to a concert. It was so fun, right? And so dinner's over. We're getting ready to go to the show, but he's like, do you want to get dessert? And like this restaurant, guys, has great dessert, right? And if you're not a dessert person, think of like an extra cocktail or think of like more food. Like, am I going to finish the food on my plate, right? Or am I going to take some home? What are you deciding between? Right? Or let's say fitness is a struggle for you and you're like, right now, like I feel too busy to work out. I want you to think of how you're going to feel in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, will I feel better if I just jump into the workout and do it? Or will I feel good about my decision in not exercising? Same thing about eating another portion or dessert or another drink, snacking on something. How am I going to feel in 5 minutes? Right? Like you're looking forward. So the trailer is like looking forward, right? Okay. And then fast forward is you're thinking even further. How will your decision affect you in a month or in a year? Right? A pause. This is another one. I talk about pauses and pulses in my workouts all the time. Right? I know Michelle does my workouts, Claudia does my workouts. But like, I also think it's important with self-management. So you stop to think, okay, so when you say like, oh my God, I need this snack right now. Oh my gosh, like I need to have this other drink. I need to eat what my partner's eating. Is that true? Really? Or like, I'm too busy to work out today. I have 0 time. Hold on a second. Let me look at my calendar real quickly. Like, where can I find 15 minutes? I'm sure you can. If you have 15 minutes to go on Instagram, if you have 15 minutes to watch Prison Break on Netflix, or I watched Emily in Paris yesterday. Oh my gosh. If you've got 15 minutes to do whatever, that's like downtime, you've got 15 minutes to move. I hate to break it to you. All right. So those are 3 quick strategies right there. These two strategies right here, I will definitely go deeper into a further presentation. I use these a lot in my coaching. I don't have the time today. Unfortunately, I really want to end on time since it is the weekend and I'm sure you guys are getting excited for the bonuses. So they're coming up here. But those were 3 strategies. So 5-minute rule, fast forward, and stop to think. And the reason why I love these strategies, and honestly, 4 and 5 also go along with those because they're all making you stop and be aware of what you're thinking and then like deciding how I want to make the best decision. Like, is my thought valid? I'm busy. I need this other drink. I need dessert. Only this food right now will satisfy me. If I don't have it, I'm going to feel like I'm missing out. Is that true? Probably not. I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. It's not that deep, right? Mel Robbins. All right, sleep. Oh, so I'm so excited. So actually in my new program, the Lifestyle Accelerator, I'm having a sleep expert come in and teach us all about sleep and improving sleep and sleep metrics. So this is something I'm diving a lot deeper into in my new program. But like sleep, when we don't get enough sleep, it dramatically affects our self-awareness and our self-management. So if sleep is something you struggle with, I guarantee you that's also why you're struggling with your health and weight loss journey. Because it affects your cravings, it affects your motivation, it affects your ability to handle stress. If you saw my Instagram the other day, I sent an email about it with the almond butter pretzels. Go back and read that and you'll see why. My sleep was so off. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. Let me see the comments real quickly because I want to make sure I get to this. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, guys. Like, I don't want you to think that like, if you have all these negative emotions, you're doomed. That's not true. There is always a way out. Okay. There's always a way to use these negative emotions as a catalyst to change. Right. And a lot of times when people are going through it, like they're busy with work, they're going through a divorce, they're going through a move, like just, or changes in their life, right? They shy away from like taking care of themselves. And they're like, well, now it's not a good time. This is exactly when it's time to focus and dig deep, right? This is how we go from emotional to emotionally intelligent. That is the shift I want you to make to be successful long-term. Comment in the chat value if this is helping you. I just want to make sure like everything I'm sharing today is like hitting home. You're like having an aha moment. You're like, oh, that's why I'm just like non-committal. Right. And this could be in like relationships. This could be in your work. This can be in like, yeah, like I want to learn Spanish. This is so important to me. And then it just never happens. Right. That's me. Claudia, I might need you to help me. No, I'm joking. All right, here we go. Guys, this is like my favorite quote of all time. And this is actually me in one of my favorite places of all time. This is me in Santorini, Greece. I took myself on a trip a couple years ago. Well, it was me and my best girlfriend, Claire. And this was like about a year after my divorce. And I just felt like on top of the world. And it took me a long time to feel that way, but I got there. And so this picture is so important to me, not just because like I love this dress, I'm going to wear it all the time. But this is what lifestyle change is all about. Lifestyle change is not about changing your entire life. I did not change my entire life in a year. And I don't expect you to change your whole life in a year or a month. It's about optimizing what you're currently doing, and then your life will change. Okay. So I am so big on lifestyle change. That is what Create My Weight is all about. And what I want to do now is I want to share with you an opportunity to dig deeper. I want to share with you an opportunity to finally go from stages 1, 2, or 3 into 4 and stay there, because that's what you need to have a successful lifestyle change. And if weight loss is a goal for you, body transformation, whatever the goals are physically, right? We need to have a healthy lifestyle change. It is not about a quick fix diet. It is not about counting the calories and counting the macros. That stuff doesn't work long term. I hate to break it to you. right? We've all done it. Or if you haven't, don't waste your time. Okay, I'll save you the headache. All right, so if you want to be in stage 4 and get results ASAP, like tomorrow, we start tomorrow actually, right? You're ready for the lifestyle accelerator. All right. I don't know why these pictures aren't coming up. Hold on. There we go. Interesting. Okay. All right, guys. So anyway, the Lifestyle Accelerator, this is my 10-week program. All right. And actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to escape. I'm going to go into Canva. I'm going to pull up something real quick. So, because my pictures aren't showing up. All right. And I want to share with you all the info about the Lifestyle Accelerator. Okay. So my pictures didn't save. I love live presentations, all good. So, and I'm used to doing things live. Okay. So this is my 10-week program. Okay. Within 10 weeks. All right. And guys, just so you know, timing, we start tomorrow, the 16th of September. We end on November 22nd, which is a week before Thanksgiving. I'll get into that in a minute. But I am telling you guys, like in 10 weeks, you will lose 10 plus pounds with food freedom. You will stop overthinking nutrition and fitness, right? Again, stop with the calorie counting, stop with all the craziness, learn how to live your life. You're going to let go of the negative emotions and the drama and get consistent. You're going to be in stage 4. And you're finally going to have a healthy lifestyle you want and deserve. And you're going to channel that queen part of your brain and let go of the diva. I know I didn't dive deeper into this in today's talk. I'm going to go so freaking deep with that in the Lifestyle Accelerator. All the women and men who did my challenge recently, they love that. And I'm going way deeper with it in the Lifestyle Accelerator. So comment in the chat which ones. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Which of those excite you the most? Okay. Which ones excite you the most? All right. This program is for you if you know a lot about nutrition and fitness, but you're just not getting great results. All right. You think you know the things, or even if you don't know a lot, right? Like you need to learn some new things, and I'll help you with that. That's the easy part. You know, you need to fix something, you just don't know what. You're tired of yo-yoing and want to create a healthy lifestyle. You're so over trying to mold yourself to a plan. You want something designed for your life. Type in the comments or write down on your notes 1, 2, 3, or 4. I know the bullets aren't numbered, but just pretend they are. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which ones sound most exciting to you? Let me look at the chat here real quick while you guys do that. 3. Michelle is 3. 3. Yeah, you guys are so aligned. All people on the live right now. I love it. You guys are in the right place. Good. After 10 weeks, you're going to have a perfectly tailored nutrition and fitness plan that actually works for your body and fits your lifestyle. Like I said, guys, this is like the easy part. Believe it or not. Like the way I teach nutrition, this is the easy part. It's the head game. That's the hard part. And so successful weight loss, guys, write this down. Successful weight loss is 80% mindset and 20% food and fitness. 80-20. And I don't mean 80-20, 80% food and 20% fitness. No, it's 80% mental, right? 20% food and fitness. But after 10 weeks, we'll get the nutrition and fitness part down. You'll have leaned out, toned up, and gotten stronger without doing things you don't like doing, right? That's what I was saying before. If you have a plan, but you're not doing it, there's something about it, or there's something about you. It's one or the other, or sometimes it's both. Build the exact habits that make weight loss happen and keeping it off a breeze. Which of these are you most excited about? 1, 2, 3, or number 4, you'll never have to hunt for another weight loss plan ever again. You can say you're excited for all 4 if you want. Type in the chat or write it on your notes. You're excited for everything. You're like, Kristen, this sounds great. And guys, like these are not things I'm just making up. Like this is incredibly doable. I have hundreds of people to do it. Okay. Debbie says 2. I love it. Yeah, that's like the physical. That's the physical stuff. Everything else is like mental and Claudia says 3. Yes. Claudia worked out with me. She's already got the workouts. All right, let's move on. So what's included in my 10-week program? So some of you guys have probably heard I've had a one-on-one coaching program. This program has a small one-on-one component, but otherwise it is a group coaching program. My current one-on-one program does not have any openings until October 2024. Okay, so for now, all I have right now is a group coaching option, which is amazing. I'm so excited for it. So what's included in the group coaching program is we meet 3 times per month. We're actually meeting Monday evenings for coaching with me. They're hour-long calls for coaching with me and questions. Okay, outside of our calls, you have 24/7 access to a private community to ask me questions. I post bonus trainings in there. I call them Mindset Monday. And my pep talks, right? Mindset Monday. I'm actually getting ready to pop in there later and do my menus, which I'm really excited. I do dinner menus most weeks. I'm going to share that for today. The reason why I didn't have it earlier is because my boyfriend ruined my grocery list and bought random things. So now I have to go figure out what to make with all the things he bought. True story. So you'll have access to all of my workouts, and you can work out with me live or on demand. I would say 80% of my fitness subscribers do my on-demand workouts and 20% do the live. Claudia is one of them. All my nutrition and accountability resources from my one-on-one program, you'll get them with this. And I have new resources as well. All of my current members in the group, I've had them for over a week. So if you sign up today, you can get them today. And then there is a small one-on-one coaching upgrade available. So you would get 2 60-minute coaching calls with me if you choose the one-on-one option. So those 2 options, I'll go over that next with you guys. And then what's really cool, so what I want to ask you guys real quickly. And I actually have this on the slides. Let me show you guys this. Sorry. I don't know why this didn't save. There we go. All right, so in addition to all the support, I have some bonus speakers and topics I'm going to be teaching in the Lifestyle Accelerator. And these are things that I honestly, I did teach a little bit about gut health in my one-on-one program, but this is like a lot more than I've taught in my one-on-one program, right? So you will have guest speakers come and talk about menopause and perimenopause, gut health, detoxification's role in healthy weight loss and maintenance, and then of course, sleep improvement and importance. I'm gonna have a sleep expert come in. I'm super excited. He's like a dear old friend of mine. All right. He's been using the Oura Ring for like 15 years. If you know what the Oura Ring is, like he was like one of the founding people of it. Okay. All right. Which ones would you type in the chat, guys? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one of those sounds really exciting to you? Which ones do you want to learn more about? I want to make sure like we are engaged and interested in this. So these are topics you want to learn more about, because this program is truly participant design. So all of my group members, and if you become one, you're going to be part of this too. All of them told me like what they really want to focus on. And that's how I built this program. It's the other way around. It's not, I'll just build a program and people have to go through it. No, this time it's people tell me what they want and I give them what they need. And I'm so excited for that. And these are topics that my people told me they wanted to learn more about. And so this is why I have these guest speakers, and I'm going to add more as the program continues. 1 and 4 for Claudia. Awesome. Cool. Let's see if the next slide worked. All right, so here's what's included. So this was on here. I showed you on the other picture. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm not confident at all, and 10 being I'm like 1,000% confident I can get amazing results, with this program, with this support. How confident are you with this level of support for you to be successful? So what's included here? And if you want to go for the one-on-one option, you always can. Okay. And then even like come October, if you're interested in joining me one-on-one more, that might be an option for you. It just depends on your budget. Like this program is a much more budget-friendly option versus my high investment one-on-one clients, because that's a lot of hands-on work for sure. Okay, you too. Debbie and Claudia are like 2 peas in a pod today. I love it. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want to hear everyone's feedback. How confident are you that this is enough support for you to be successful with your health and fitness and healthy lifestyle goals. For you to get 10 pounds down in 10 weeks, to be committed, be in stage 4, all of those things. And if you're not sure, just type not sure in the chat. That's fine. That's totally cool. Because some of you who know me, you might know this is like more than enough because I do a lot in this capacity. And some of you might be like, I don't know. And I will tell you guys something. I used to be someone that was very skeptical of group programs. Like that was me. This is why I've never done a group program before. But now, like, I know how amazing group programs can truly be if done properly. And like, if you did my challenge, like, I do very well with groups. Before I, did this job, I was a group exercise instructor, right? I mean, I love working in groups. So this is going to be like beyond the support that you need. And like I said, if you want to upgrade, you always can. I don't think you'll need it. Debbie, this is so amazing. Not sure, not trusting my motivation. Yeah, well, luckily with this program, Debbie, we are going to be doing a lot of mindset work, right? So the beginning of the call, so they're hour-long calls, the first 15 to 20 minutes, I'm teaching a new mindset strategy. So if you thought today's strategies were good, wait till you're in the group, in the coaching. We're going to go way deeper. And I'm be able to actually coach you on the call one-on-one. We'll talk, okay? Versus like you just listening to me right now and answering questions. All right. So the first 15 to 20 minutes, I'm teaching a strategy, giving examples, and then the remainder of the call, I'm answering questions and coaching people. And then outside of the calls, you have access to the private community. My one-on-one VIP clients have phone access to me, but not in this group. Also too, Debbie, since you've never worked with me before, I would absolutely recommend the one-on-one option. I'm going to go over that next. I wouldn't just do the group. If you've never worked with me before, I would recommend you doing the one-on-one option, which I'll share in a second. There's really not much of a price difference. Okay. Michelle's a 6. Michelle, what would it take for you to get to a 10? Comment in the chat. What would make you be a 10? Debbie, I love this. Moving from contemplation to action has not been easy for me. Yes, I love this self-awareness, and this is incredibly normal. You're in the right place. You can get there. Doing it by yourself, though, is hard. And I actually shared this on my personal Facebook page the other day and my Instagram. I shared about like just me building my own business, right? And like I was always in contemplation. And then it took me a while to get to action, but I hired people to help me because by myself was going to be virtually impossible because I had all these limiting beliefs, all this negative self-talk, like all the fear, the doubt. Oh my God, I was spending so much money trying to figure it out on my own. I was just like, this is not even worth it. I'd rather hire an expert. They're going to save me time, energy, and money. I'm going to get to my goals a lot faster. And that's what I did. Right? Claudia, I really need to work on self-management. So it's more about me doing the job. I'm afraid that I cannot blame you. No, you're absolutely right, Claudia. And I never take blame, or no one's ever blamed me for not being successful. That doesn't happen. But what I understand is the fear of not showing up for yourself. So what we're going to do in this program, guys, is what we talked about today, but like 10x, right? Like, what are we telling ourselves daily? What is really stopping us from not doing the work, right? But also clarifying what work we need to do, right? And let me tell you guys something. All of these things we're going to talk about within the group coaching calls, within the private community, within my Monday pep talks. Claudia listens to me all the time. But like in the Mindset Mondays, Claudia, I can't coach you on those calls, right? I can't dig deeper with you. That's what the Zoom calls are for, right? And that's what the one-on-one calls are for. That's what we're going to go deeper in. Yeah. Great self-awareness, guys. Amazing. Michelle, oh my God, perfect. I'm going to give you that in a second. I can get with a little more information. Yeah, I'm going to share all that right now. Well, that's easy. Of course, I'll give you more information. All right, Debbie, I'm almost done. So we start on Monday the 16th, and then we have before Thanksgiving, week before. You're not even going to need to schedule a quick 15-minute call with me unless you want to. I'm going to give you guys like the shortcut. Okay. So let me see. That's not gonna, okay. So bonus offer. Okay. So this is it, guys. So I'm going to drop the link here in the chats if you're live with me for how you can sign up today, right? You don't have to talk to me. You saw what's included and you'll see the price point. I'm actually going to show it to you. You're going to save $300 if you sign up by tonight. Because like I said, we start tomorrow. All right. And I like to reward people who are decisive and take action, right? We're in stage 4. If you want to be in stage 4, you have to act like you're in stage 4, right? This is what we call our channeling our future self, right? That's identity shift. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. I'm actually going to share with you guys in a second, right? You need to take action ASAP. And then let me show you guys the next 3 people in will earn another special bonus. You will earn an extra one-on-one call with me and no fitness fee. So if you're a fitness subscriber of mine, Claudia's one of these people, right? Like I freeze your fitness. You don't have to pay for fitness with me while you're in the program. But after that, you'll have no fitness until 2025. Isn't that amazing? All right, let me actually show you the page. I'm going to escape. Let me get out. All right, so this is the page. I'm going to copy and paste it. Debbie's on the live. I know she needs to leave. I'm going to copy and paste it right here. Okay, this is and actually, let me just do it for the whole group. I just did it to Debbie. I didn't mean to do it to just her. Okay, there we go. This is for everyone, right? So guys, literally on this page, it shares exactly what the program's about, who it's for, all right? Some example testimonials from my clients, right? And then it also explains like a lot of testimonials here, why you'll never need help again, and it explains what's included, okay? But also the bonus prices. Okay, listen. So you will save $300. So for less than 1K, okay? Like, and guys, my VIP 101 clients invest thousands of dollars. So for a small fraction of that, right? It's $997. I do have payment plans available. You get all the support I've been talking about today. And like, more importantly, it's the right kind of support. Most people, let me tell you guys something. We don't need people just giving us meal plans and giving us recipes and giving us workouts and like no one needs more of that. If you go on Pinterest, get recipes. You can find meal plans on there. You can go on YouTube, but guys, no one needs more stuff, right? We need transformation. We need the mindset shift. This program is all about the mental piece. And we're going to dive deeper into these topics. For example, we are going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about fitness. Do you notice how that I am so nonchalant about that piece? Because that's the easy part. Actually, as soon as you sign up, you're going to get all my resources for that. You'll have that in your inbox in a second. However, it's the mental piece that's the game changer. All right. So this is the group only. This is the one-on-one option, right? So you will get a personalized kickoff call and a closing call. They're 60 minutes each with me. This is for $13.97. And there's a payment plan available. So this is TLA is just for the group. And then TLA one-on-one is for the one-on-one calls with me. Okay. A little bit about me there. And then here are the options for the payment plan. So you can break them into 2 payments. There's no extra fee if you break it into 2 payments. All right. So that is the lifestyle accelerator. So if you're ready to go to stage 4, I know Claudia knows Cindy. Cindy is an amazing client of mine. She has been with CMW for almost 2 years now. She's lost about 100 pounds to date. This is from a little while ago. This is, what was it? Yeah, 100 pounds. Yeah, it's just amazing. And it's all mindset. She'll be the first to tell you. You'll see her in the group. Okay. All right. So like I said, let me go back to here. Click the link in the chat. I dropped in the chat to sign up immediately. You don't have to book a call with me unless you want to. You can email me if you want to book a call with me. If you want to be in stage 4, act fast. The next 3 people in, I love the number 3 and I like rewarding decisive people. We'll get a bonus one-on-one. So if you're getting 2 with the one-on-one program, you'll get a third one. If you're just signing up for the group, you'll get a one-on-one with me as well. All right. And there's payment plans available. All right. And then Debbie, thank you for joining. What I'll do too, guys, is I will drop, actually, I'll put this in an email. I'll put in the email how to speak with me. All right. But the truth is, like, hi there, Debbie. My calendar for this week is a little bit limited, but we'll find time if you need it. Okay. All right, guys, comment in the chat here with any other questions you have, because I'm way over my time. Claudia knows this. I'm terrible with timing. This is just something I'm like really passionate about. And, and those of you who have done CMW with me before, you're probably thinking, well, we've done mindset work in CMW. How is this mindset work different? This is a very common question I get. This time, because when you initially work with me in the one-on-one, oftentimes we're like really focused on nutrition, really focused on fitness. We're really focused on emotional eating. We're focused on some foundational mindset work. We don't have the time and capacity to dive deeper. This has to happen post-program. So that's why I'm doing this now. And for many of you, this is the missing link. And for anyone on the health and weight loss journey, this is the missing link. So if you're looking to close the gap, if you are looking to never worry about this, okay, I want to take the drama and the fear and the doubt and all of these things out of the equation for you. Okay. And that's what I'm here for. That's what the Lifestyle Accelerator is about. We're going to do things way more quickly. That's why I call it the accelerator. We're going to do it more quickly, and we're going to focus on really having this lifestyle change so that weight loss just comes more easily to you and we don't stress about it. I want to take that away. We have way more important things in our life to worry about than weight loss and food and fitness. Oh my God. I promise you. Like, now I'm going to go home and clean my house, and I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to bake a really fun dessert tonight. I'm so excited. It's a healthy version. I'll put it in my group. Oh, Claudia, it's like the peach crisp I was telling you guys about. I'm making it again because my boys like loved it so much. Yeah, I've got a lot going on today, just like we all do. But you know what? I'm so proud of you. Those of you who are live with me, you made time for yourself today. For those of you who are watching the recording, you made time to listen to this today. I'm so proud of you. Send me an email with your feedback. I'd love to know. And I'd love to see more of you in the Lifestyle Accelerator. We start tomorrow. Guys, like, it's a yes or a no at this point. It's like, yes, I'm going to learn food freedom. I'm going to master my mindset. I'm going to get this self-management under control, or I'm not. It's one or the other. It's not both. What are you going to choose? All right. Make it an awesome Sunday. Have a good day, guys. See y'all soon. Bye.